popped up on YouTube. So 1 second. Okay, so this is trading Stealth, the Stealth Auto Trader with the standard settings. And you can see here this is firing it up at 6:32 Pacific. So we wait until 2 minutes after the open to let it come in and start taking trades. If you recall, in the room, we actually called a breakout here at, I think it was 53.20. And what we were looking at, of course, was this little consolidation patch to break out to the upside, which it did, taking the long trade here. And by default, Stealthy takes two contracts, a 10-tick fixed target and an 80-tick runner. So right out of the gate, of course, you see it caught this nice, beautiful long breakout, then flipped. And this is what we were saying earlier. The actual short, from a technical point of view, actually set up kind of right in here. So you had a little shelf of support kind of right in there on EMD, 55-ish, plus or minus a couple of ticks. Well, it still turned out okay because Stealthy actually flipped and took it and didn't get filled till 53.40. And then, of course, you see had the nice short trade here. Then Flip took the long trade on the bounce. And then it was interesting. You were up quite nicely by the apex of that second long trade here. I think you were up, let's see, what was your equity at that point? At the top of the trade there, about 1750. And notice you're coming up right on the 730 mark. 730 is right over here. We've noticed, like we talk about normally, that first hour, basically between about 6:30 open of the market and about 7:30 over here. This is where the bulk of your volatility happens. In this case, of course, you can see most of the move was actually done. Now, in this case here today, we actually got some follow-on trades. This is fairly unusual. Normally, after these big moves, you would get some chop in here, right? You would just get some chop, and it would just kind of go sideways and be a messy mess. In this case here, we actually had some nice follow-on trades that gave you another, couple $300. I think the peak of the equity was around $2,100 or so. So that was trading EMD. I got a couple of charts to show, same setups, trading Stealth. This is the Russell TF from today, trading Stealth, standard settings. Very similar trades. I'm not going to go through them all, just pretty much just like EMD did here. Of course, you get the long breakout here at 6:32. Flip took the short trade. Nice, just roller coaster volatility today. Flip, of course, got the long trade. Got whacked a little bit here. Was up $1,500. Excuse me, the peak of this trade here. And you had a couple of shots to get out close to 1,500. And if you didn't want to give anything back in the end, you can see, of course, now let's look at what it's doing. More likely.
There's a cowbell on gold if you're in it. We just hit a double top area, so you want to bank some coin right there.
Sweet. See here, after you peaked out with the equity at 1,500 and the peak of that long breakout trade there, now you're starting to chop around. And of course, you wouldn't want to keep taking these trades in this chop. It's just giving your money back at the end of the morning. So obviously, you don't want to do that. Final chart I have to show here is NASDAQ. Trading Stealthy. This is the NASI contract. Trading Stealth, standard settings. Very similar chart to the other two, of course, that's to be expected. Long trade, Flip took the short, nice long. Now notice how protracted this long move was on NASDAQ compared to the other two. See how it just ran, and then when you had consolidation, it just punched up to fresh highs. And actually was up, I think, $600 or $700. What was the apex? Yeah, $600 apex of the equity here on the long trade there. So obviously you can see here it tried to take another long on a probe and stopped out for a full hit right at the end. So you'd still be up 445, but so you're getting a little bit of chunk back here at this little stop out at the end. Because by default you're taking two contracts, so 15 tick initial stops. So when you get whacked on a hit like this on NASDAQ, that's 150. So you're giving a chunk back when you get whacked there. Okay, that was it for the equities. Any questions on the three equities today, trading Stealthy? We do have a pro webinar tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific. Send out invitations here shortly. And did you want to show any other trades over there, Gary? Or we got a wrap here?
Oh, we can probably wrap. I'm still just nursing this gold trade. It did hit that double top, and it's kind of got a 12 range bar that kind of pulled back and testing support again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably go ahead and nail it if it takes that support out. But one thing about it too, we showed the line trader this morning in the room too. You know, these pro package tools are just, they're priceless. If you want to trade and trade like some of our, you know, really good traders do, I highly recommend them because, you know, it'll keep you on the right side of the trade. You just don't get sucked into every little move, and that's what takes people's money away, is they get chopped up. And the one that wins is the broker.
Yeah.
Because he can't lose. I mean, brokers make money regardless. They don't care if you win or lose.